17 years after the mysterious disappearance of Madeline McCann, the case has taken an unexpected turn with the revelation of startling new details that have been hidden for years. Madeline, who vanished from a family vacation spot in Portugal in 2007, left behind countless questions unanswered and unresolved. For over a decade, the case has captured the attention of the world, with people wondering where she could be and what really happened to her. But now, after so many years of heartbreak and speculation, Madeline's parents have revealed crucial details that could change the trajectory of the investigation. These revelations shed new light on the involvement of the Portuguese government and the European Union, raising questions about how much was kept from the public. With this new information, it seems that the long wait for answers might finally be coming to an end. The case that has been one of the most well-known and debated missing persons cases in recent history is now on the verge of taking a new direction, one that could bring clarity and hope to those who have been waiting for answers for years. In December 2023, the news broke that Tucker Carlson had shared a significant update about the case. The veteran journalist revealed a potential breakthrough, highlighting a woman who closely resembles what Madeline might look like today. This news has sparked new interest in the case and brought with it a renewed sense of hope. The idea that Madeline may still be alive after so many years has reignited public attention and brought back the glimmer of optimism that had long been missing. For Madeline's family, the hope that she may be alive brings with it a flood of emotions, relief, joy, and the possibility of a reunion that many thought would never come. After so much time without answers, this revelation has given those who have followed the case reason to believe that there is still hope for a resolution, and it has inspired a renewed commitment to uncovering the truth. The implications of this breakthrough go far beyond simply reopening the case. If this woman is indeed Madeline, the questions surrounding her disappearance and the circumstances of her life over the past 17 years become even more complicated. How could she have lived in obscurity for so long without being recognized? Did she disappear into hiding, or has she been living a completely different life under an assumed identity? These are just a few of the many questions that arise from this new lead, and they open up a whole new chapter in this ongoing mystery. It's possible that Madeline was not just lost to the world. She might have been hiding in plain sight, living her life while the world searched for her in the wrong places. This revelation forces everyone to reconsider the details of her case, examining every possibility and reopening long-forgotten theories. The media has rushed to cover Tucker Carlson's announcement, and the case has been thrust back into the spotlight. For years, public figures, celebrities, and media outlets kept her case in the public eye, but this new development could provide the closure that has eluded them. It's more than just a news story. It's a symbol of hope for anyone who has ever had a loved one go missing. For Madeline's family, the focus is now on finding the truth behind her disappearance and getting the justice they've long been seeking. With this new lead, the questions surrounding the case could be answered, but there are still many obstacles ahead. People will be questioning everything, from the original investigation to the current developments, and the world will be waiting for the next chapter in this gripping saga. The case has long been clouded by suspicions, with theories ranging from the involvement of Madeline's family to a variety of potential suspects. But if the woman identified by Tucker Carlson is, in fact, Madeline, it could help answer the many questions that have lingered for years. This revelation could also bring investigators closer to discovering who is responsible for her disappearance and what happened to her during the years she was missing. If this new lead truly does shed light on the mystery, it would not only provide long-awaited answers, but also spark a re-examination of the methods used to investigate missing persons cases. The world is watching closely, and the implications of this discovery could reshape how such cases are handled in the future. However, the emotional toll on Madeline herself, if she truly has been living under a false identity, cannot be overlooked. If she has been living for years unaware of her true identity, or if she has been forced to live in hiding, returning to her former life will undoubtedly be a difficult and emotional process. The psychological impact of such a dramatic change in circumstances, after spending so many years in a completely different reality, could be immense. If she were to be reunited with her family, it would likely be a time of great joy, but also one of adjustment and healing. For anyone who has gone through such a traumatic experience, the process of reconnecting with a past that seems so far removed from their present life can be a complex and emotionally charged experience. Madeline's story is a powerful reminder of the human resilience to overcome even the most difficult challenges, and her eventual return, if it happens, will likely be a testament to the strength of the human spirit. Moreover, the discovery of Madeline after so many years might force a rethink of how we handle missing persons cases on a global scale. There are countless cold cases where people have disappeared, seemingly without a trace, and many of them remain unsolved. Madeline's case could highlight the need for improved international cooperation, better technology, and more effective methods of locating missing individuals. The idea that someone could go missing for such a long time and still be living among us without being recognized suggests that our current systems may need to be reevaluated. If the world learns anything from this case, it could be a push to improve the ways missing persons cases are approached and how resources are allocated to help locate the lost. The case could become a catalyst for change in the way governments and agencies cooperate to solve these mysteries. If Madeline's disappearance has proven anything, it's that time does not erase the pain or the need for answers. Her story has resonated deeply with people all over the world, and even as the years passed, the mystery remained fresh in the minds of many. If the new lead turns out to be true, it could not only bring closure to Madeline's family, but also reignite faith in the pursuit of justice for other missing persons cases. In a world where so many disappearances go unnoticed or unsolved, her case could provide hope that sometimes, even after many years, there can still be a resolution. For her parents, the emotional weight of living with uncertainty for 17 years has been unimaginable. But if the news proves to be true, the relief and joy they will experience will be overwhelming, an end to years of suffering and uncertainty. The years of pain and uncertainty for Madeline McCann's family are unimaginable, and the thought of finally getting answers after such a long wait is difficult to comprehend. But this case involves much more than just the emotional journey of a family seeking closure. It also raises critical questions about what comes next for Madeline, how the public will react, and the potential changes that may arise from this new discovery. What we know now is just a beginning, and the full story is likely to be even more complex and surprising than anyone could have anticipated. The case has always highlighted the crucial role that technology plays in solving challenging situations. When Madeline first vanished in 2007, the search methods were relatively basic compared to what we have now. Today, we have advanced tools like facial recognition software and scientific methods that allow investigators to uncover tiny clues that might have been missed in the past. These new technological advancements may have played a key role in uncovering the breakthrough clue that led to the latest development in the case. And beyond this case, such tools could be instrumental in solving other cold cases, showing how technology, combined with sharp detective skills, is making a significant difference in investigations today. Madeline's case may serve as a prime example for how future investigations should be handled, using the latest technological tools to gather new evidence. The search for missing persons is incredibly difficult, even with the help of people around the world and the attention given to high-profile cases like Madeline's. It took 17 years for a promising clue to surface in her case, despite the use of the best available tools and widespread assistance. This highlights the challenges of finding missing children, even with the most advanced technology and widespread support. There are numerous challenges in international cases, such as bureaucratic issues between countries and differences in law enforcement procedures. This new clue could encourage a rethink of how missing person cases are handled globally and how countries collaborate in their efforts. Madeline's case involves several countries, including Portugal, where she went missing, the United Kingdom, where her family is from, and other nations where potential clues might have surfaced. Working across borders is often complicated by the different laws and practices in each country, but the discovery of Madeline, if the woman found is indeed her, could highlight the importance of improved cooperation across borders. It could serve as a model for how future missing person cases should be approached, not just in terms of technology, but also international collaboration. If the woman found is truly Madeline, it raises deeply significant questions about identity and self-awareness. What would it be like to find out that your entire life story, the story you believed in all these years, was not what you thought? Such a revelation would likely shake anyone to their core, and it will be fascinating, though also heartbreaking, to see how Madeline processes this discovery. It's also important to consider how the public will react to this news. Madeline's case has always attracted significant media attention, and now, with this new lead, the focus on her will be even greater. But for Madeline herself, being found after all this time means she must come to terms with her true identity, while the whole world watches. It's important to remember that this is not just a news story. This is a real person's life. As we follow the developments, we must treat Madeline with the respect and dignity she deserves, understanding that her feelings and personal journey are at the forefront of this story. The media has played a pivotal role in keeping Madeline McCann's case in the public eye, but its influence has been a double-edged sword. On one hand, the constant coverage ensured that people didn't forget about her, keeping her case in the spotlight and encouraging people to help in the search. On the other hand, all this attention also led to the spread of false information, which added to the pain and distress of her parents, Kate and Jerry McCann. In the beginning, some people and media outlets wrongly suspected her parents of being involved in her disappearance, which only increased the burden on an already devastated family. As the stakes continue to rise and the potential for real answers becomes more likely, the media's role will once again come into play. However, this time, it's crucial that the media handles the case with care, focusing on the facts rather than sensationalizing the story for attention. Wild guesses and dramatic theories are not helpful and can cause unnecessary harm to those involved, especially Madeline herself. The focus should be on verifying the facts and ensuring that the coverage doesn't add to the emotional turmoil already experienced by her family. This new development could also change the way we think about missing children's cases. The McCann family's tireless efforts and their ability to keep the case in the media spotlight have certainly played a role in keeping Madeline's case alive. However, not all families have the same access to the media, and many missing children do not receive the same level of attention or support. If Madeline is indeed found, it could spark a conversation about how governments and organizations can better support the families of missing children, regardless of their ability to generate media attention. Since Madeline's disappearance, there have been significant advancements in technology, including facial recognition, DNA testing, and the ability to share information more easily across borders. These advances could be crucial in solving other cases like hers, ensuring that more families receive the help and attention they need in their search for answers. If this new lead in Madeline's case proves to be true, it may not only bring closure to her family, but could also prompt positive changes in how missing persons cases are handled worldwide. The relationship between police forces around the world has come a long way, and the advancements in technology have significantly improved their ability to solve long-standing and unresolved cases. These developments, including facial recognition systems, DNA testing, and improved digital monitoring, have made it possible to identify crucial details that would have previously been missed. However, despite these remarkable innovations, these tools aren't always utilized to their full potential. Often, the barriers are financial limitations or complex legal issues that hinder their widespread adoption. If technology played a significant role in identifying a woman as Madeline McCann, it could help demonstrate the value of these advanced tools and push for their increased availability and application in police forces everywhere. This could lead to a broader conversation about how these technologies should be ethically and responsibly implemented, ensuring that privacy rights are respected while still allowing law enforcement to effectively solve complex cases. Considering the possibility of Madeline being found raises deep questions about closure and the emotional process of moving on from a tragedy. Many families of missing persons are told that they must learn to live without knowing the fate of their loved ones, and the McCann family's experience exemplifies how excruciating this lack of closure can be. If Madeline is indeed found and returns, this case could spark widespread discussions about how people cope with loss and uncertainty without clear resolutions. It may also lead to a shift in how society supports the families of missing persons, emphasizing continuous, long-term assistance rather than pushing them toward the idea of closure. The emotional and psychological toll of not knowing what happened to a loved one, especially a child, is immeasurable, and more focus on sustaining families throughout their journey could bring much-needed comfort. Madeline's case has already gained worldwide attention, becoming a symbol of child safety, media responsibility, and the importance of maintaining hope in the face of overwhelming odds. Her story resonates deeply with people across the globe because it taps into shared fears about child abductions, the effectiveness of law enforcement, and the terrifying reality that terrible events can occur without warning. The hope that her case might finally be solved, bringing long-awaited answers to those who have never stopped seeking the truth, offers a glimmer of hope that even the most challenging and seemingly hopeless cases can eventually be resolved. This hope has been fueled by the recent developments in the case, but it is not without its complexities. If Madeline reunites with her biological family after so many years apart, the adjustment process will be challenging for everyone involved. For her parents, the joy of having their daughter back after nearly 2 decades would be bittersweet, as family dynamics have changed significantly. They would need to navigate the emotional weight of this reunion while also addressing practical concerns, like how to help Madeline adjust to a life and a family that she hasn't known for so long. For Madeline herself, coming to terms with her true family relationships could be emotionally taxing. She may have grown up believing that another family was hers, or that those who raised her were her real caregivers. The psychological strain of this realization, coupled with the shock of the reunion, would be immense. The immediate joy of reuniting with her parents might soon give way to the far more complex and difficult process of rebuilding relationships and finding her place within the family. This would undoubtedly be a long and delicate journey, and both Madeline and her parents would require a great deal of support from mental health professionals to help them navigate the emotional turmoil that would inevitably arise. The media's role in Madeline's case has been both helpful and harmful. While the constant media attention has kept her case in the public eye, ensuring that people don't forget about her, it has also added layers of complexity to an already fraught situation. The intense scrutiny has led to the spread of false information, misinterpretations, and assumptions, all of which have compounded the pain for Madeline's parents, Kate and Jerry McCann. The media's portrayal of them as potential suspects in the early days of the investigation was particularly damaging, as it placed unnecessary blame on grieving parents already coping with the disappearance of their daughter. As the case continues to evolve, the media's role will remain critical, but it is essential that the coverage stays grounded in facts and avoids sensationalizing the situation with dramatic, unverified claims. The potential discovery of Madeline could lead to significant changes in how missing children's cases are handled. The attention and resources dedicated to her case have been immense, but not all families of missing children have the same level of access to media coverage and support. If it turns out that Madeline has been found, it could prompt governments and organizations to rethink how they approach these cases, ensuring that all families, not just those who can capture the media's attention, receive the necessary support and resources. This shift could help to level the playing field for families who might otherwise feel overlooked or abandoned by the system. Technological advancements, such as facial recognition software, improved DNA testing, and the global sharing of information, have revolutionized the way law enforcement handles missing persons cases. These tools have made it possible to identify individuals and uncover important clues that would have been impossible to find in the past. However, the widespread use of these technologies is still not a given, as financial constraints and legal barriers often prevent their full implementation. If Madeline's identification was facilitated by these technologies, it could set a powerful precedent for their use in future cases, encouraging law enforcement agencies to invest in these tools and pushing for changes in legislation that make these resources more accessible. The successful use of technology in this case could also serve as a model for solving other cold cases, potentially bringing justice to individuals who have been lost for many years. While the use of technology is critical in solving these cases, the emotional complexity of reunions and closures cannot be overlooked. The McCann family's experience shows just how difficult it can be to move forward without answers, and the emotional weight of a long-awaited reunion can be overwhelming. The psychological toll on the individuals involved is often profound, and the process of adjusting to a new reality can be emotionally exhausting. For Madeline, the journey of self-discovery and coming to terms with her past will require significant support from mental health professionals as she works through the trauma and confusion of her abduction and long absence from her family. The legal aspects of the case are also significant. If Madeline is found, the question of who took her and how they managed to stay hidden for so many years will be paramount. The police would need to reinvestigate the case, uncovering the identities of the perpetrators and examining the methods they used to evade capture. Given the complexities of the case, the legal process will likely involve many challenges, including the statute of limitations, the availability of witnesses, and the viability of the evidence. However, the advances in forensic science and digital surveillance that have occurred since Madeline's disappearance could be crucial in uncovering new leads and pursuing justice. If the technology used in this case proves to be effective, it could lead to a broader rethinking of how missing persons cases are handled, ensuring that law enforcement agencies have the tools they need to solve cases that have previously seemed unsolvable. Madeline's case highlights the importance of persistence, technological innovation, and the crucial role of community support during times of uncertainty. Her story underscores the need for improvements in the handling of missing persons cases, both from a legal and emotional perspective. It also stresses the importance of maintaining hope, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. As we look to the future, the lessons learned from this case could lead to significant changes in how similar cases are approached, focusing on the human side of law enforcement, the use of technology, and the ongoing support for families in their most difficult moments. If this case leads to a breakthrough, it could become a landmark moment in the history of missing persons cases, reshaping the way we approach and solve these heartbreaking situations.